because we all know that racism is something that is taught and not something that we're born with, it can be instilled in someone, but it can also just not be instilled at all. I feel like the kids of today should not even know what racism is until they get to like high school, where they're learning about it in history or they're learning about it because of a test. As parents, it's good to put your kids in spaces that you were never in. And you were never in maybe because of the whole racism thing. And then as schools, we need to treat each other equally. I think also us as influential people, we also need to then influence the next to be like, let's not look at things racially unless we really need to.
First things that I'm going to say is that it's not a straightforward approach. It's a hard thing to solve. But then if you take, for example, what happened during COVID, right? We all got the COVID. It didn't choose your background or anything. That means we are the same. So first things first, it should start at home. Parents should educate their young ones that no, we are all equals. We should all respect each other despite our backgrounds. In university, I advise students when they're in class to not be like, okay, let me associate with only people that are of the same ethnicity as me. Because we can all learn from each other, we can all grow from each other.
Yeah, it's really honestly, because I tell you sometimes kids are taught differently, especially where you would find learners are a different race or the teachers are a different race. Hey, know the difference between who you are and what we are. But then go higher, something else. And then on the socials, people also have their own opinions. So I think it's all a matter of realizing like we really come far in terms of the country, and there's still a long way to go, but that's the only thing I can say, honestly.
Racism is not something that you are born with. It's something that you learn from parents, from guardians, from people around you. You can't say someone is racist. They learn it from somewhere. So the underlying issue is to look at the roots of what starts the whole thing. Where do people learn these attitudes towards one another? They learn it from social standards. The haves and have-nots, they're predominantly whites. They feel superior to other people. So I think one of the things to be addressed is the social gaps, economic gaps that actually creates that feeling of superiority.